This is Sahni Lermont from SHC TV. Today I'm very lucky to be joined for the second time in Glasgow, this time by Dev Sahni.
You know why? Because the first time was so nice, we had to do it twice, yeah?
Definitely, Dev. So how are you finding Glasgow? I think it's his first time being here. I think you were here for the launch presser. But yeah, how are you finding Glasgow?
Yeah, enjoying it. I went for a run first night and this morning. It's really like scenic, beautiful weather actually, which I wasn't expecting. Went to a pub to watch the United game. I'm a United fan and they lost, so that was sad. Went to see Ollie Murs actually, and then he had to stop after 5 songs, so that was sad as well. It's been a mixed bag, to be honest with you, mate.
So Saturday's a lot better. So
yeah.
Obviously, on to Saturday, we've got massive card. Been crying out for a card like this for a while. Josh Taylor, Ekow, Essuman, massive card. Overall, what do you sort of make of that main event and the card overall?
Brilliant card. As you said, you guys have been crying out for it up here. And listen, Josh Taylor is spearheading this. And if he wins, I'm sure there's going to be big nights in Scotland. And actually, you got the next guy underneath that, the winner of Lee McGregor, Nathaniel Collins. You heard the noise here today. They're going to become a star, a big star. So it's a brilliant card. I love the sprinkling of Moses Itauma on there. I mentioned it, you've had Frank Bruno, you've had Mike Tyson, AJ's boxed here as well in Glasgow. He said up there, it's Moses' turn now, and I love that. I love his energy. Let's see if he gets any rounds against Mike Balogun.
Obviously, back onto that main event, Josh Taylor, Ekow, Essuman. This is Josh's debut at 147. He weighed in, I think, 146.8. What did you sort of make of him on the scales? How do you think he looked?
Looked all right to me, but Ekow Essuman said that he looked tight. So I don't know, maybe there's mind games, maybe they're sort of trying to get in each other's heads. I don't know, but to me, he seemed okay. He seemed happy. He did take his time before the face-off, filling up on the fluids as well. I don't know how much you can read into that.
So then obviously, back on that co-main event, Lee McGregor, Nathaniel Collins, brilliant 50-50 fight. I put a tweet out about it the other day. This is just a massive fight. What do you sort of make of this fight? The next guy will be the winner of this fight will be the next guy of Scottish boxing. Next superstar. What do you sort of make about that co-main event?
I love it. I love the fight. I love the. I'm one who likes to try and stir up beef as well. I like that they've been quite respectful. They're quite similar guys. Both had a hard road, not been an easy story. Both family guys, both got young daughters, so they're quite similar. And I don't know who's going to prevail, to be honest. I'm not even sure who the favourite is. It might be Collins. But just such a brilliant fight in a brilliant featherweight division. Winner, you might see him in with Liam Davis or something like that. You could see anything. But they also get the WBC silver, which gets them closer to Stephen Fulton. So all to play for. Looking forward to it.
Obviously, that's what's in place for the winner. Where do you think the loser goes from there? Because 50-50 fight like that, the loser shouldn't really be that big of a knock to their career. But where do you think they would go from there if they were to?
When you take 50-50 fights, there's always going to be a loser. It's how you lose, and that kind of determines how quickly you get brought back and how it all works. But for me, I feel like the loser's got a huge future as well. It's just such a big fight for Scotland. So I think there's a future for both the winner and the loser.
Obviously, you mentioned there Moses Itauma. He'll be making his comeback on this card. First time out in I think 5 or 6 months now since he got the win over Dempsey McKean. I was speaking to Mike Balogun yesterday, and he seems really up for it. He seems like he's here. Like you said on the stage, there's only losses to Murat Gassiev. Really good opposition. Overall, how much do you sort of know, Mike, and what sort of fight are you sort of expecting for Moses?
It's a trip into the unknown for me. I haven't been the one studying tape of Mike Balogun. I'd imagine that the Ben Davison gym know everything that he's going to do before he's even going to do it. That's how detailed they are. But I don't know much. I know that he seems confident. I know that he can bang a little bit, and he doesn't seem fazed by Moses Itauma. You kind of expect that with these American heavyweights, right? And he could change his life. America is crying out for a heavyweight hero right now. There's not many of them around, and the ones that are around are at the very tail end. Maybe it's his turn. I mean, I hope not. I hope not.
Obviously, back going down the card, you got Alois Jr., David Jamieson, really good. Probably I'd say another 50-50 fight in the cruiserweight division. What do you sort of make about that fight?
I like it. I love it when it's that youth versus experience kind of thing. Although that's quite a lazy narrative. You'd just think that David Jameson being 12 years older, he's got all this experience. He hasn't. It's actually his first 12-rounder as well, if I've done my research right. Him and Alois both doing 12 rounds for the first time, vacant Commonwealth title. I think it's going to be about who lands hard first, and because they can both bang. I love the energy around the fight. I love that Alois has come here to play the victim. I love that David Jameson's almost parenting him and saying, no, mind your manners and things like that. It's been great fun and can't wait.
Aston Brown Reece Porter, brilliant 50-50 fight for the Scottish title. What do you sort of make about that fight?
Can't wait. Another brilliant fight. It's a brilliant card, so it's a good one.
Yeah, definitely. And obviously, one thing I'm quite curious about. Obviously, we've seen Frank Warren. He's signed Josh Taylor. He's obviously got Nathaniel Collins already. He's got. I think he's got Lee McGregor's next couple of fights. He's got a number of Scottish prospects as well. Drew Limond, Alex Arthur, Reece Lynch. Number of talent on the card. Do you think that's sort of one thing that he's maybe looking to do, is bring big nights back up here?
You've just said it all right there, right? That sounds like it, right? I think with Josh Taylor, you have to come to Scotland. You have to come and sample all of this. So I think win or lose, it feels like there's big nights here. That's why Frank signed all of these Scottish fighters, because Scotland get behind their fighters. And whether it's Josh Taylor or not, we will see on Saturday the next face of Scottish boxing. It could just be Josh Taylor riding it, but it could be Alex Arthur Jr., it could be Drew Limond, it could be Lee McGregor, it could be Nathaniel Collins, Reece Lynch, it could be any of these guys, but whoever it is, they're fighting on Saturday.
Definitely. Dev, you got anything you want to promote, anything you want to say? Anything?
No, subscribe to SCTV.
Yeah, that's it, yeah.
Subscribe to SCTV.
Definitely. Dev, thank you so much for your time, thank you.
All right.